After 5 years of grinding my soul down to bone and nerve for a company that felt more like a second home than a job, I truly believed I had earned my place. 5 years of late nights with my dinner going cold on the table. 5 years of missed holidays, skipped vacations, and silent sacrifices, all for a company run by my wife's family. Linda, my wife's mother, sat at the top of the food chain as CEO. Her husband, Richard, managed operations, and me, I started from the ground floor. I refused to ride in on a golden last name. I wanted to prove that hard work still counted, that merit still had weight. I was wrong. It was promotion season, and the air in the office buzzed with anticipation. I had just led the most profitable project of the year, pushing through impossible deadlines with 16-hour days and a team that looked to me like a captain steering through a storm. Everyone knew who deserved the next step. Everyone except Linda. She stood at the front of the room during the announcement meeting, smiling like she was about to unveil a game changer. The new senior manager position will go to. She paused, soaking in the suspense. Jane. Silence. Heavy, stifling silence. Jane, her niece, the one who'd been here all of 2 weeks, the one who still didn't know how to send a company-wide email or work the coffee machine without help. Her awkward, guilty smile said it all. She knew she hadn't earned it, but in this company, blood spoke louder than sweat. I felt it then, the full collapse of 5 years in a single, gut-punching moment. Every missed birthday, every late night at the office, every ounce of loyalty I'd bled into this place. Dismissed with a smile, I caught Richard's eye across the room. His expression was tight, almost apologetic. He knew, he just didn't stop it. But I didn't throw a scene. I didn't shout. Instead, I smiled, stood, and clapped. Congratulations to Jane, I said, my voice loud and even. Then I walked back to my desk, opened a blank document, and typed my resignation. Straight to the point, effective immediately. I resigned from my position. I refused to offer my time, my effort, and my expertise to a company where nepotism outweighs integrity. Best of luck. I printed 2 copies. One I laid gently on Linda's desk, right on top of the pile of cards congratulating Jane. The other I hand-delivered to Richard. He laughed at first. You can't be serious. I looked him in the eye. I am. His face dropped. You're overreacting. It's just a promotion. There'll be others, right? I said, my voice steady. And maybe next time you'll promote someone who's been here 3 weeks. I paused, letting the words sink in. You sat there while your wife threw me under the bus. You watched it happen. He stammered, trying to throw words like family politics, and it's complicated at me like they could explain away betrayal. But it wasn't complicated. It was crystal clear. I was never one of them. As I packed my things, Linda finally appeared. No apology, no remorse. I thought you'd be more understanding. I gave her a smile, calm, genuine. Final. I am. That's why I'm leaving. News spread like wildfire. Colleagues who had barely spoken more than a hello to me came by my desk to shake my hand. Good for you, one whispered. It's about time, said another. Turns out I wasn't the only one choking on injustice, just the first to do something about it. 2 weeks later, Richard called. Listen, his tone was different, defeated, maybe even humbled. Jane's drowning. She's in way over her head. We made a mistake. I didn't say anything. We want you back. Same role, same salary. I asked, same respect. The silence on his end said enough. I laughed. Short and sharp. That's what I thought. He tried again. We can renegotiate. Linda's willing to talk, but I was done talking. What they didn't know was that a week after I walked out, a competitor, one who'd watched my leadership on that project unfold from a distance, reached out. They saw my value even when my own family didn't. They offered me a senior leadership role. No family politics, no favoritism, double the salary, full creative control. They had been waiting for me to snap, and I had. I told Richard, tell Linda I finally get the family dynamic now. I was never part of it. I was just a placeholder until her blood walked in. He didn't argue. When I walked into my new office on my first day, the air felt different, lighter. Honest, it wasn't about revenge. It wasn't about getting even. It was about finally being seen. Being valued for who I was and what I'd done, not who I was married to. But that wasn't the end of it. Months later, through mutual contacts, I heard Jane had quietly stepped down, couldn't handle the pressure. The team, demoralized and bitter, started to splinter. Several top performers left, projects tanked, clients backed out, and then Richard called again, not to offer a job, to apologize. Double quotes, Linda knows she messed up. He said, "We lost more than just you. We lost the trust of the entire floor." I didn't gloat. I didn't feel smug. Just tired. Sad, maybe. Because their downfall wasn't shocking. It was inevitable. They gambled on nepotism and lost. But more than anything, that experience taught me something unshakable. Loyalty to the wrong people isn't loyalty. It's self-betrayal. Walking away hurt, but staying would have hurt worse. In the end, the strongest move I made wasn't loud or dramatic. It was quiet. A calm smile, a simple letter, and the unwavering belief that I deserved more than table scraps from people who never saw my worth. Because respect, real, earned respect, that doesn't come from bloodlines or shared last names. It comes from seeing someone's value and honoring it. And if they won't, someone else will.